morning and welcome to The Daily this Monday, August 18th. I'm Salim Kanat, filling in for Michael McCarthy, and we've got a lot to unpack this week, so let's get into it. Australian shares are set to fall today after US markets dipped on Friday. The Nasdaq 100 was down half a percentage point, with Nvidia, Palantir and Tesla, among others, weighing on the market. But the overall outlook remains positive, with all markets recording gains for the week. So let's take a look at some big gainers across the 5 trading days to Friday. The Hang Seng was up 1.7%, with Tencent surging 5.5%. It is the most valued stock on the Hong Kong Exchange, and it's at a 4-year high following last week's strong earnings report for the June quarter. It's investing more in AI, but its shares remain 26% below its all-time trading high and still trade at a discount from historical norms. So there is a lot of room for Tencent to run. And the ASX 200 was up 1.5% for the week, to a new high supported by BHP gaining 4.3% ahead of its earnings release this week. Supporting the share price hike was iron ore price, inching up on Friday. BHP will release results tomorrow. It's the second most valuable stock on the ASX and will be closely watched. While the US market was a little weaker, gaining about 1% last week, we did see Amazon jump 3.7%. This may be down to its new grocery venture. It's offering delivery across 1,000 US cities and towns, which it hopes to double by the end of the year. With more than 138 million Americans buying groceries online, that could be a big boost for Amazon. Now, let's take a look at the week ahead. We've got a big meeting of global economic policymakers which may generate some market-changing news, and companies across the US, Australia and Hong Kong will continue to deliver their results. First, in Wyoming, the heads of central banks across the globe will gather from Thursday. Analysts and traders will closely examine speeches delivered at the event. Previously, we've seen the US Federal Reserve announce major shifts in policy in the past, with profound implications to markets. The other major macro risk this week is unfolding news of high US tariffs on semiconductors. US President Donald Trump is set to impose them in the coming weeks, although some reports suggest exemptions from Nvidia and AMD. Any threats to these highly popular stocks could bring a sharp reaction. For Australia, the big rally we've seen in stocks may be challenged this week if investors choose to sell up to take profits. With a lot of companies delivering their results, their impact will be significant. Big resource stocks will be a particular focus this week. This morning, we've already heard from Lendlease, which has announced a return to profit, Horizon, where net profit is down 25%, and BlueScope Steel, where profits are also down. It cited tariff uncertainty as a key reason for the loss. That ties in with a comment from Trump on Friday that steel was also in focus for further tariffs in the weeks. This week, we'll also hear from Santos, BHP, James Hardie, Transurban, Goodman, Northern Star, and Zip, among many others. To get a full list and know when they're reporting, check out the earnings calendar in the Moomoo app. In Hong Kong, we'll be hearing from Popmart, Baidu, and China Coal, to name just a few. And in the US, it's a big week for retailers, including Home Depot, Target, and Walmart. That could give us insights into what's going on with US consumers, which is one of the main factors driving markets this week.